Hi, Kate here, and I've got a core workout for you. You might want to try doing this maybe every other day, not every day. It's just a really good one to fit in where you can. It's not much more than 12 minutes. So what we're doing here is we're going to bring the knee to opposite elbow for 30 seconds to begin with. So off we go, knee to elbow. Really bringing that opposite shoulder towards the opposite knee. Stabilizing through that leg we're standing on, and you'll feel the crunch, even though it might not look like you would. And squeeze and back. And a couple more here. That's good. Nice. Okay, and we're bringing our feet just a bit wider than hip width apart. We're going to bend one leg and then the other as we begin to warm up. Let's bring our arms out to the side and windmill arms, tap and tap. Nice. Just getting the blood flowing a little bit before we get down onto the mat to focus on our core. And even when we're doing this sort of movement, we can engage the core. We're shifting the hips back, and by keeping the core engaged, we're making sure the whole body moves more efficiently. Okay, we're coming down onto the mat. We're going to do a bit of a core activation in the form of a lying pelvic tilt. So it's a really small movement. We've got our feet flat on the floor, arms alongside, and all we're doing is we're swiveling the pelvis down and then tilting up. You might not even see what I'm doing, but by tilting down and squeezing up, I'm activating the core muscles. Breathing in and out as we squeeze up. Tiny movement. One more. Ooh, it makes you actually feel quite warm, even that movement there. Okay, and we've got to get into the main body of the workout here. Staying in this position. Hands on the front of our thighs, and we're just going to lift the shoulder blades. Breathing in and lift and lower. And lower. So what we're doing here is just an abdominal crunch. So it's again quite a small movement. Squeezing as we lift. Shoulder blades just glancing off the mat. We've got time for two more. And lower, and one more. That's good. Okay. Staying in this position. This time we're going to move laterally, side to side. Make sure we filled our lungs before we begin, and we're going to reach to the heel one side and then slide to the other side. So reach and switch, and reach and slide. If you find you're getting a strain in the neck at all, that's maybe due to the fact that you're not quite breathing enough. So feel free to just lower it down, take a deep breath, reset. As we slide and we pulse, we should feel the tension building in our obliques. Okay, next move, we're flipping over onto our fronts. We're coming into tall plank. We're coming into something called the angry beast. Okay, so we're going to load up the legs. We're going to hinge at the hips, press the head between the shoulders and come forwards. We're breathing in and coming forwards into tall plank. Keep that core nice and tight as you come forwards. Really good. Sliding back and coming forwards. Nice. One more. Can you feel it? Really nice. Okay, we're flipping over again onto the mat, and nice opportunity for some more dead bug. And we're pressing that lower back into the mat, and off we go. Diagonally opposite, arm and leg out on either side. Nice and steady. And back. And lower. And nice. Bring you back to neutral. Keeping the arms over the shoulder of the arm you're not moving. And likewise the knee over the hip. Nearly there. And last one there. Okay, so we're staying lying on our mat. We're going to bring the knees into tabletop here, over the hip, and we're going to bring the arms out. And we are going to twist to the left And then we're going to twist to the right. And by looking in the opposite direction, we get a nice twist in that lower back. Now this is more of a setup type maneuver before we get into the exercise that's coming up next. Bit of a release in the lower back. And one more, that's nice. And we're going to stay here. We're going to keep our heels in line with our hip. Maybe switch onto the side a bit more. Now we're going to bring our left hand behind our head and we're going to lift and slide here. So this is an oblique crunch. Again, another small movement. And lift and lower. Trying to keep the knees pressing together and bringing that chin up towards the hip. But reach with your fingertips. It's quite intense. That's really nice. Okay, and switching sides, bringing the knees to the left side. And yes, again, lifting the head up slightly, or at least supporting it, and off we go. Lift and lower. It might not look like much, but this position really activates the obliques. That's really good. The breath is so important. Breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. 2 more. And lowering it down, really nice. Okay. Lowering it down as in head on the mat. Excuse me. And soles of the feet together. And we are going to, again, interlace the head behind, hands behind the head. And we're going to crunch with butterfly legs. And lift. Again, the breath. In on the way down, out on the way up. And pulse. Really feeling this at the top of those abdominals. That's really good. And 3, 2, and take a rest. Okay, flipping over onto our front. One more exercise here. We're in tall plank. And we're going to go up, down. So we're going to come into a forearm plank. And we're keeping that core engaged. And then we're coming up into a tall plank. And this should feel nice and strong. If it doesn't, you can come onto your knees. And if that doesn't feel easy, take it slower. But hopefully, this is one you can get better at quite quickly. It's a really nice one. Good for the shoulders as well as the core. Okay, and we're coming back to the beginning. Yes, we're repeating this circuit one more time. So we're lying down, sliding abdominal crunch, and off we go. Lift the shoulder blades. Hold at the top. Let it breathe out. Just briefly. Squeeze. And squeeze. Feel the core working. And, okay, good. Lowering the head back to the mat. Use this time just to take a breath. And we're going to do that oblique slide again. Okay, so feet and slide. And reach. Nice. The more you can reach down, the better. And nearly there. Ooh, okay. And flipping over as we transition back to that tall plank position. And we're going to go back to this angry beast. So we're hinging, bending the knees, and exploding forwards. Good. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Hips right back. Head between shoulders, forwards. Good work. think this is sometimes called angry cat as well. Flipping over into dead bug. There's lots of animal names in exercises, isn't there? So we are lowering diagonally opposite arm and leg. Off we go. Pressing that lower back into the mat. Nice and steady, that's really good. Really feeling this in the deep core muscle as we move those limbs diagonally opposite each other. Last one. And placing the feet on the mat. Catching our breath, arms out to the side, palms flat, tabletop legs, we're going to back twist. And one way, and the other way. Oh, that feels nice. Most of us have a bit of tension in our lower back. So this is a really great way to get a release. And one more. Okay, and bring the feet just in line with the hip, maybe turn onto the hip a little and support the head. Now we're going to just oblique crunch, off we go. You might find this is easier on one side than the other. So this is my right side, and I would say this is easier. Slightly easier. Still quite hard. Lift and slide. Feeling it? That's good if you're feeling it. Means it's working. Okay. And the other way around. Having a little break and lifting the shoulder blade and sliding. Again, hip underneath a bit more. That's better. Slide and breathe in on the way down and out. And one more. Oh, nice. Okay. Back onto the mat. And here we're bringing the soles of the feet together again. And we're interlacing the hands behind the head. Really feeling this in the upper abdomen. That's nice. And squeeze at the top if you can. Keep the knees out. Pressing the soles of the feet together helps. And lowering it down, brilliant. And rolling up. And we're coming to the tall plank up down. So, hands under shoulders. And off we go. Down and up. At your own pace. If you need to come onto the front of the knees, that is fine. Alternating left to right and right to left. Because we're working the core and we're working the chest and shoulders. Such a good one. Last one. Whew, well done. Okay. And we've already been through that twice. So time to stretch it out. This is a really super stretch for releasing any tension in the hip. We're going to cross the ankle over the knee and bring that knee towards the chest. Pressing this knee out if you can. And breathing. And holding, that feels nice. Really good. We're holding for about 30 seconds here. And then we're going to switch to the opposite side. Nice. If you find this hard to reach, you can lift your head off the mat. And if this knee comes in towards you, maybe press it away. And really get that stretch in through the hip. Relax. Really nice. Okay, and we're going to come to a hamstring stretch, really simple one here. We're going to bring the knee towards your chest, and we're going to reach for this left ball of the foot if you can, pulling the knee towards the armpit while pressing through the right foot to stabilize. That's nice. And breathe free, feeling that stretch through the back of the leg. And then if you want to straighten the leg as well for a bit more of a stretch, slightly different, feeling in that tension. Really good. And we're going to switch sides. Same thing. Right leg up. Start to draw the knee towards the elbow. If you can, reach for the ball of the foot, pulling that towards the armpit. Drawing that foot down. Finding that point of comfortable tension, and then let's do the last 10 seconds with a straight leg. Pushing, flexing the foot, drawing the toe towards yourself at the same time. Really, really good. Okay, and we're done. Thank you for joining me. See you soon.